coming Atlantic hurricane season is expected to be busier than usual, U.S. science agency NOAA has warned. Just as cuts to American research are raising fears about ability to track and prepare for these often deadly storms. Between 6 and 10 hurricanes are forecast for Atlantic between June and November, compared with the typical 7. Warmer sea temperatures made more likely by climate change and generally favorable atmospheric conditions are behind the forecast. Several scientists have told the BBC that widespread firings by President Donald Trump's administration of government researchers could endanger efforts to monitor hurricanes and predict where they might hit. In total, NOAA expects between 13 and 19 named tropical storms. Of these, between 6 and 10 could become hurricanes, including 3 to 5 major ones, meaning they reach Category 3 or above, 111 miles per hour or 178 kilometers per hour. That's not as many as last year's very active season, which saw 18 tropical storms including 11 hurricanes, of which 5 were major hurricanes. But it's more than long-term average of 14 named tropical storms a year, of which 7 are usually hurricanes, with 3 major ones among them. Climate change is not expected to increase number of these storms globally. But warming planet is thought to increase chances of them reaching highest wind speeds, bringing heavier rainfall and a higher likelihood of coastal flooding. This year's above-average forecast is expected for 2 main reasons. Firstly, sea surface temperatures are above average across most of the tropical Atlantic, although they are not as extreme as this time last year. Warmer seas provide fuel source for hurricane growth as they track westwards across Atlantic. Secondly, natural weather pattern known as El Niño, which makes it harder for Atlantic hurricanes to develop, is not expected this year, according to NOAA. Neutral or weak La Niña conditions which favor Atlantic hurricanes are considered more likely, though this early on it is difficult to say. Other conditions have to be right for hurricanes to develop, and those aren't possible to predict months in advance. Localized air movements and even the amount of dust in the atmosphere can play important roles in shaping whether these storms develop or not. We can't really predict all that stuff this far out, said Phil Klotzbach, research scientist at Colorado State University, which has also predicted an above-average season. Less data means a worse forecast. But NOAA's pre-season forecast is still giving scientists cause for concern, and not just because of meteorological backdrop. Since beginning of President Trump's second term, hundreds of NOAA staff have been laid off, with the aim of cutting U.S. government spending and costs to the taxpayer. This has left National Weather Service NOAA's weather forecasting and hazard warning branch critically understaffed ahead of the hurricane season, several scientists told the BBC.